What is up everyone, it's CMG here. So we're doing another Honkai Star Rail diary entry video today, and I figured I'd go ahead and show off some more character builds for Hyacine and Cipher, since those two were the last characters that I pulled for, and we're almost coming to the end of the 3.3 update and moving over to 3.4, where Hyacine is finally being added to the game as a playable 5-star character, an extremely strong one I might add. Now about Hyacine, in my honest opinion, I'll admit he's very tempting, but I'm not going to pull for him because I have my eyes set elsewhere on both. Is it Hyacines or Hyacines? Hyacines, right? That's what I'm going for. And Ceredra, who are coming much later, and I'd rather save up to get those two rather than waste precious jade resources. Anyway, if you like this idea for content, be sure to be a rad dude and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free to do and it helps me out so much. Now, I'm not a gacha channel, I'm an Overwatch channel. Oftentimes I tend to make these diary entry type videos for HSR so we can have something different on the channel. I can do other gachas like Genshin, Xenozone Zero and Withering Waves in a similar kind of rotation where I show some builds off. I do play those games as well, just on the rare occasion though, so yeah, if you want to see that every now and then, you know what to do. Alright, let's show off my Hyacine and Cipher builds. I think I'm going to show off my Cipher build first, since she's the most recent pull. Now, I got Cipher primarily so that I can use her with Acheron. I've kind of had difficulties in understanding what to do with my Acheron since I don't really have other Nihility characters like Kafka, Jiaoshe, or Black Swan. Really crucial 5-stars you can use in dot teams, I'm sure you know. So honestly, getting Cipher was a no-brainer, and you can see what team I'm using here as well. I've got Hyacine, Acheron, Cipher, and I'm using Pela as well, who is still a very solid 4-star unit. If you're struggling for Nihility characters like me, extremely good at defense shred if you build her properly. But anyway, Cipher. Yeah, she's a bit too slow, I know. I feel she needs to have way more speed than I have here. Only at 163 speed. You'll notice my tracers. I'm going for the Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters. That's the one that you kind of need to use her on. There are some other builds. You can have 2-piece Hackerspace and 2-piece Sacerdos, but you know, I don't want to be too picky with my my relics. I'm just going to go with what everyone else is using, which is Pioneer. But I'm going to tell you straight away, I'm having real trouble finding good pieces for this set, and you'll know why. Now, the headpiece here, I have double crit, which when I rolled into this, I felt quite I felt good about myself because I rolled into crit rate twice and once into crit damage, and then I had attack. But the problem is, I don't have any speed. So yeah, she's a very honestly, my Cipher's a slow coach. I should be having at least, well, at best 180 speed, maybe even more than that. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, I don't have any speed on this headpiece, but I do have some good crit rolls. Now the handpiece, I have attack, speed, and crit damage, but no crit rate. I didn't roll into crit damage. I rolled 3 times into effect resistance. Yes, that's how annoying this game is. This is a real rip piece, honestly, if you know. Yeah, three essentials right there. And what do I go and do? I go and roll 3 times into effect resistance. I mean, some of these other pieces here, I could use this one, but there's no crit damage on that one. Honestly, I don't want to take this piece off Acheron, if I can help it. I do have this piece as well, which I've got speed and crit damage, but I'm really worried that I'm probably not going to roll crit rate. I'm probably going to roll like something ridiculous like defense or something for that 4th substat. But yeah, I've got this for the time being for the hand piece. The body piece is an absolute hell on earth. Although, I will say, this is not a bad piece, especially when I've got crit damage as a main stat. And then I have speed. I have 8 speed and 3.2 crit rate, but the problem is, look at this. 2 rolls into flat defense, but it's okay though, I rolled 3 times into speed. So there you go. The foot piece, I've got 25 speed. Obviously, the main stat is speed. 12.5 attack and 10.3 crit damage. No crit rate, unfortunately, but that's just how it is. Now, the ball and rope. Right now, I've got Glamoth, but apparently you need Lashaka. As you can see, I have been trying to pull for Lashaka pieces, but they're not very good. They haven't been anywhere near as what I've needed her to be, which is I needed her on attack as a main stat with speed and crit, as you can see, but none of these pieces come even close to what I need. So yeah, you can obviously see that I've been trying to roll for Lashaka, but it hasn't been going great. So for the time being, I've had Glamoth. So, I mean, it increases her attack, and you get even more damage if you can get her speed up. So that's what I'm going for right now. I mean, it's not the best set. Yeah, so as you can see there, a lot of people are using Lashaka instead of Glamoth. Yeah, so I'm amongst the 10.2 that use this set. So, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, my rolls here have been quite unfortunate. But it is what it is. I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, so most of these rolls have been into speed and crit damage. There's not very much crit rate. So I kind of like need to get more crit rate stats. I think, because I think I'm struggling in that, am I? Yes, yeah, only 20.6 crit rate. Do I really need that much? I mean, I've only got 20.6. Do I need that to be a bit more? Or, I mean, you let me know. If you are watching this video, let me know. Because it does help me out a hell of a lot if you guys know what you're doing. Now, I do have, as the light cone, I have Resolution Shines at Super Imposition 5. Which I believe is her best free-to-play light cone. I was planning on getting her light cone. I think it's still on, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah, it's only on... Well, we're only like 1 day, 14 hours left on the banner, so... I would try to go for the light cone, but... I don't want to waste resources, you know? I feel like this is okay for me to use. So maybe if Cipher gets a rerun and I've got some jades to spare, I might try and get a light cone, but... Well, at the time of me recording this video, I don't have a signature light cone for any of these characters. If you don't count the standard banner characters. I do actually... I recently managed to get the... But the battle isn't over. I did get this light cone for Bronya. But that's the closest I've gotten, basically. But any of the limited 5-star characters on other banners, I haven't gotten any light cones, so... Maybe in the future I might. I've been thinking about potentially getting a light cone, signature light cone for either Hyacine or Ceredra, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's move over to my Hyacine now. So, apparently, you need 200 speed or more to be able to get good potential out of Hyacine. But right now, she's only at 191 speed. However, I did get the Memory's Curtain Never Falls light cone. It's only on Super Imposition 1 though, so if I manage to... Obviously, you know how to get this. You have to complete Divergent Universe to get Herta bonds to be able to buy this in the Herta store. So yeah, that's what I did. I was able to get the light cone. I leveled it all the way up to 80. And yeah, it increases the wearer's speed by 6%. Now, obviously, if I get this to Super Imposition 5, she's gonna get more speed than she currently has. So I'm hoping that she can get over to 200 speed once I superimpose this to level 5. So right now it's only on 1 at the time of me recording this. But yeah, she's only on 191 for now. But I believe she needs HP, speed, and crit damage. She does not need crit rate. And it's frustrating to have to say that because one of my light cone, one of my relics is a really frustrating one. You'll notice this later on. But yeah, I've got Giant Tree of Rat Brooding as the ball and rope, and then I have Warrior Goddess of Sun and Thunder. I do believe this is the best in slot set for her. So this is the kind of, these are the two sets you really need to run if you're using Hyacine. So these are my stats. So I've got 5 speed and 10 crit damage on the headpiece. There's no HP, unfortunately. I did have a few. Yeah, as you can see, I do have some HP speed. These headpieces, as you can see, I rolled into them literally 3 times just to find out what the final stat was. And they didn't come up with anything to do with crit or anything, and I just considered them dead pieces. But yeah, absolutely no crit on any of these, but this one's the best one, so that's what I'm using. This handpiece, I was able to roll into speed 3 times. Yeah, I got 10 speed on this one, but I didn't roll into crit damage. I only rolled into effect hit rate, so yeah. How frustrating is that? So I got 3 speed on this, but no crit, even though it's a substat. But you know, you take whatever you can get. Obviously, this piece right here, I've got HP, speed, and effect resistance, but no crit. Yeah. So that's annoying. Now the body piece. This is the only outgoing healing boost body piece I have with speed. There's no crit. I did have this piece for a while, which had a small amount of effect resistance, but no speed or crit. Yeah, the body piece for Hyacine is a real pain for me. Obviously, I know that I need outgoing healing boost. Let's have a look at the recommendations. Yeah, so everybody's using an outgoing healing boost for the body piece. Actually, this body piece, I actually synthesized this. So I used the synthesization method to get this piece because I was so frustrated in doing the domain countless number of times and I couldn't get a healing boost body piece with speed or crit. So I said, screw it, I'm going to use some of my resin to be able to get this piece, or to get this piece with outgoing healing boost and speed. But then when I rolled into it, this is what happened. Yeah, this is a real rip piece, if you know what I mean. It rolled everything into the outside substats, but not speed or HP, and I was like, oh, for goodness sake. So, yeah, so no crit or anything like that. Yeah, it is what it is. This is a real copium piece. Yeah, so the foot piece, I've got speed, 25, and then 10.3 crit, and 7.3 effect resistance. So that's what I've got at the moment. I do have this piece with HP on it, but if I'm worried if I roll into this, you know what? Should I roll into this just for the sanity of the video? Look at my resources, by the way. Let's see if this actually rolls into crit damage. Let's see if I get crit damage from this. God, could you imagine if I did? Yeah, as you can see, I just keep getting flat defense. It's really annoying. So yeah, this piece is completely useless. I'm not going to use it. So yeah, we'll just go with crit damage and effect resistance from here. Yeah. How frustrating is that? Anyway. Now this piece. This is you remember when I said about crit rate and the fact that Hyacine doesn't need it? Well, this is the one piece that frustrated me more than anything, because if I go into reroll here, look at this. I rolled into crit rate 4 times. When I don't get crit rate in any other piece. But obviously the RNG really screwed me over here. Because I really needed to get those speed rolls in, but I couldn't get it. I just kept getting crit rate on a piece where I didn't need it. But then I really need crit rate everywhere else on other pieces, but I don't seem to get it. Yeah, so that's just, you know, is what it is, I guess. And the obviously the rope, the main stat is energy regeneration. I've got HP, speed, and effect resistance, but no crit. Obviously, you can see that energy regeneration is kind of like what you need for Hyacine in the rope. So that's what I've got. This is the best rope that I have for Hyacine at the time of me recording this. As you can see, I've got another energy regeneration here, but it's got no speed on it. And yeah, everything else is HP, defense, all the usual crap that comes out of the bloody domains. You know how it is. You know how frustrating it is. But whatever. Tracers, by the way, I forgot to tell you about tracers. I'll show the tracers for Cipher in a second. But yeah, tracers. She is completely fully maxed out on tracers. I was able to collect all of the resources to get her full potential. So all of the nodes are activated. For Cipher, all I need to do is finish that little bit there. So which shouldn't take me too long actually. I just need to get these heaven incinerators. I only need 5 of them to unlock the full potential. So yeah, that's all I need to do for her. And that's about it really. Like I said, like the roles. I mean, the relic farming. You know how frustrating it is. I mean, I don't even have to explain how annoying it is. But yeah, I'm basically just trying my best to get all the best stats and all the rest of it. I'm trying to get this Nihility team going. Where's my team build, by the way? My team lineup. So this is my team lineup for Acheron. Obviously, I've had Acheron for a while. I've not really had a reason to use her properly. But now that I've got Cipher, I can sort of like put her alongside Acheron and Hyacine as well. And it's not just Acheron that I use Cipher with. I do use Cipher in other teams. Do I use her anywhere else? I do have her in a Casterus team. I mean, actually, believe it or not, I do actually... Oh, here we go. Yeah, so what I do, instead of Sparkle, let's get Sparkle out of the team for a minute. I go with this team. I go with Cipher. Let's go move her over there. I always like to keep the healer in the 4th slot for some reason. But anyway, yeah, this is what I usually go with. I usually go with Mighty and Casterus, and then I go with Cipher and then Hyacine in this team. I used this team, believe it or not, in MOC 12. Actually, let me show you that actually. Alright, so this is my team lineups for MOC 12. As you can see, I cannot for the life of me get 3 stars on this. As you can see, I've completed everything else for MOC. Just MOC 12 is just a pain in the bum. But anyway, yeah, this is the team I'm using. Well, this is the team I used previously, since I last tried this. I went with Casterus and Mighty as the sort of like damage dealers, and then I used Cipher and Hyacine to clear the swarm set, the swarm set of enemies. But the problem I've got is Hule down here. Well, what am I using for against Hule? So I'm currently using Robin, Herta, Jade, and Fushuan. That was the last team I used to try and take on Hule. But of course, this is completely no good, because what tends to happen is that, I don't know, Hule just slows me down, man. He's just like, there's some enemies on this side. I think it's this thing right here. Which one is it? Yeah, the Dark Sun Gryphon does tons of damage to my characters, and even if I've got Fushuan, who's really good at preserving HP, it's just very, very difficult to stay alive when this bloody thing is doing tons of damage to you. I mean, I don't have characters like Fei Xiao. I don't have characters like that to really, take on Hule as well and really do a lot of damage. I'm just going by what I can use. Like, I mean, you'd think that Herta would be really good alongside Robin, who can like boost attack damage and whatever, but it's just frustrating. I mean, I've actually used Lingsha in this team before as well, but Lingsha is a problem because, even though she's doing a lot of outgoing healing, all those follow-up attacks and what have you, it's just this bloody thing that does a lot of damage to me, and it's frustrating. Anyway, let me know what teams that you have used in MOC 12 in the comments. I'd love to let you guys know, or I'd love you to let me know what kind of teams I could use here, because it would really help me out quite a lot, actually. Anyway, that's a little bit of an update with me right now. We're coming to the end of the 3.3 update, as I said. We're heading into 3.4 in a day's time. Finan's banner's going to be going live. I'm not going to be rolling for Finan. I'm probably going to be saving for Hysalands, and Ceridra. I'm probably not going to be pulling at all. in the 3.4 update. So yeah, let me know what you think of all of my builds in the comment section down below. I know this is going to be a long-winded video, but I kind of want to get a video out there. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this idea for content and you want to see more in the future, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. You can also check me out on all of my other social medias, my Twitter account, my Discord, and of course my TikTok. And let's not forget as well my Instagram, my Threads, and my Blue Sky. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, have a great life. Be nice to your fellow gamers because we're all human beings. I've been CMG as always. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Peace.